Most of the students I have seen nowadays are getting disappointed with their targets and whatever they are trying to achieve in their life. तो मुझे एक मैथिली शरण गुप्त की एक लाइन आपको सुनाना चाहता हूँ कि नर हो न निराश करो मन को, नर हो न निराश करो मन को, कुछ काम करो, यह जन्म हुआ किस अर्थ अहो, समझो जिसमें यह व्यर्थ न हो, कुछ तो उपयुक्त करो तन को, नर हो न निराश करो मन को, नर हो न निराश करो मन को. With these lines, with that in mind, I want to start the session, begin the session without any further delay, and I want to have a round of conversation with these students of mine, because they are going to be in conversation for about a few minutes here. So I want to know, first of all, weekly I have with me Arun Maurya joining us from Jaunpur, and one more candidate I have with me who is Gaurav Kumar. So Gaurav, I am very happy to have you here because you all are very excited. You want to learn English, you want to be here in this conversation?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, all right. So this is going to be an important journey of conversation, and everyone has to hit the like button. Please promote this channel. Please hit the like button and subscribe this channel if you haven't done it so far. Keeping that in mind, let me ask you a very simple question. I want to begin by asking who you are and why you come up here, and please give us a little bit of your introduction. Go ahead a little bit ahead and talk a little about you so that we can start the session. Okay, go ahead and tell us who you are and how do you feel being a part of this journey of spoken English and journey of learning English with me with gold classes. Okay, talk a little.
थैंक्स सर. सीढ़ियाँ उन्हें मुबारक हो जिसे छत तक जाना हो. सीढ़ियाँ उन्हें मुबारक हैं जिन्हें छत तक जाना हो. अपनी तो मंजिल आसमां है, रास्ते खुद ही बनाना है. अब मंजिल मिले या ना मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है. मंजिल मिले या ना मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है. हम कोशिश भी ना करें ये तो गलत बात है. बाय द वे, इट्स माय प्लेजर टू इंट्रोड्यूस माई सेल्फ. Very firstly, before I start, I would like to tell you, my name is Gaurav Kumar. Basically, I am from Jaunpur itself. In terms of gold classes, it's a hilarious platform in Jaunpur. In my views, in my opinion, it's a very fantastic platform in Jaunpur. I am here to learn English. In terms of my story, back in the days, I was not able to speaking. I was facing a lot of problem in the beginning. But nowadays, I am getting better day by day. In terms of English, it's important for us, in my opinion. It's a very crucial language for everyone, in my views. As far as I know, it's a very important for all of you.
So guys, you heard it right. Here is Gaurav and I have with me one more student whose name is Arun. So actually it was just a small attempt that I made with a few students of mine in the beginning, but now this family is becoming so big. We are growing very fast and we have a family of more than 5,000 subscribers. This is all you all have made it. I am very happy with your kind support and motivation, because you give it with your comments and your likes. Okay, so I want to know a little bit and hear from you as well, Arun. Arun, you also are in touch with us from the past couple of months, I can say, and you have spent significant amount of time and you really have a keen interest in learning English. This is the reason, this may be the reason, this might be the reason joining us here. And Gold Classes is a place where everyone comes and they get information, they get a lot of knowledge, and they all change themselves all of a sudden. So this is just an attempt that we make, and I in particular make for my students. Yes. So I am very happy everyone is now able to speak English and everyone is now willing to be a part of this conversation as well. So please talk a little that you have in your mind, as he did, as he has spoken just a minute before. So please talk a little bit and what exactly is there in your mind. What do you think English is important or not? You can begin by your introduction first. Okay, go ahead and talk.
खुद से जीतने की जिद है मेरी, खुद को ही हराना है। मैं भीड़ नहीं हूँ दुनिया के आगे, मेरे अंदर एक ही जमाना है।
Wow. What an amazing line. Okay, go ahead and continue. Yeah.
Keeping that in mind, first and foremost, before I start, I would say good evening everyone. Thank you for giving me a chance to introduce myself. By the way, my name is Arun Maurya. Basically, I am from Jaunpur itself. When it comes to English speaking, it is tough for me in the beginning. As far as I know, it is useful in my life. First thing that comes to my mind is I feel like I am getting better day by day. Back in the days when I had come here first time, I was big in English. I felt like it was difficult for me in the beginning.
It's an amazing talk and conversation we are having over here. So Gaurav, you really have shown a keen interest in it right from the beginning since you joined the station, and you came here. Actually, you belong to a rural area, and I think this was the level of problem that you were facing over there. The people were not there to support you, to help you speak English. Okay, so you joined the session, and I am really working on it on a daily basis to make my students comfortable and to tell them all how to speak English. So whatever is happening with the help of each and every one of you over here. Okay, and everyone has to keep in mind, spoken English is not everyone's cup of tea. All you need is to go for practice only, and nobody can speak English without practice. So I know you have now good knowledge of and sense of grammar as well. You can speak well in the days to come, but I have one more question, and I have one question I want to ask to you. So can you talk a little bit about, as I am holding a book over here in my hand, and the name of this book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This book has been written by Dr. Joseph Murphy. So this book is changing the lives of the people, and let me say, book plays an important role in a person's life. So I want to understand from you and know a little bit about it, what kind of role a book plays in your life. As you are a student, you might be reading mathematics, chemistry, and books of physics and like that. So these are books, students find it very boring, and they feel like it's tough to go through. But I'm talking about self-help books. So self-help books, if you read them, go for them, they will change your life entirely. Whatever I am your coach and mentor, and I am trying to change the lives of the people. I am teaching them all. So I have also used and read a lot of books in my life. So can you talk a little bit how a book can change the life of how can you say that book is very important for us? Please talk a little and share with us your opinion about books, how books can change the life of a person. Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, sir. It's a nice question for me. Very firstly, before I start, I wanna tell you about book. In my opinion, it's important for us. In my views, it is useful for us. It is very important for everyone. It has a lot of information. That is exactly what I want to say.
Okay, so it was really okay. So I have heard a lot about books in my life as well. This was book always motivated me a lot right from the beginning. In my case, for me as well, I was also a student like you at that point of time. I had no interest in reading, but it so happened one day, I met with the professor, and he suggested me you should read, apart from these your study books, you should go for self help books as well. And a friend of mine also suggested me a book of, the Holy Gita, that I read. I am very thankful to him. A friend of mine, he suggested me, and I read that particular book, and that book changed my life. So this is all about books we are discussing here after your introduction. So the next thing I want to ask you, Arun, you also have to talk a little bit about importance of internet, because nobody is away from internet. Everyone is using it nowadays. So please talk a little bit that you have in your mind, and when it comes to internet, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? Yeah, talk exactly about that.
It is useful in all country. That's all about me.
Okay, so we are moving towards the end of this conversation, and keeping that in mind, let me say, students are beginner. Please, from students, and I am very, happy, just because the way they are trying to speak something, it is just an attempt, and for a beginner, I can feel the problem you are facing. Whatever sort of problem you are facing, most of the students here, even who are watching us online, they also may be facing such type of problem. In such a situation, I can say both of you have gone to a great extent, and this journey is becoming possible, and you also have to make some more efforts in the same direction. You should move in the positive direction. Only and only then you can speak English. And I have also faced such and such difficulties while speaking, because I mean to say, I also grew up in the same environment as you are right now. And at that place where I grew up in my life, nobody was helping me out, and most of the people were trying to disappoint me with what I was doing, and they were saying like, here in this village, in this rural area, it is not possible to speak English. But I did everything possible. I was trying to study at home, I was trying to speak before the mirror, and everything I did in order to be a speaker and to be a fluent speaker. So I am a little bit satisfied with what I have done. I cannot say I am a very fine speaker, but I am very happy with what I am doing, and I am very happy with the kind of support, with the kind of love and support I get from my students, YouTube subscribers as well. So I am very happy. So before coming to the end of this program, as I said earlier, I want to know a little bit how is your journey and total experience with gold classes. Please talk and please go for the conclusion of this conversation. So before we end this conversation, I want to listen something a lot more, a little bit more from your side. So Gaurav, please talk and share with us, and please go for the conclusion of this part. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, thank you, sir. Last but not the least, I have to say about gold classes. In my opinion, it's a hilarious platform in Jaunpur. When I came here, I was weak in English, but nowadays I am getting better day by day. I am extremely happy to be here. I am very thankful to you, sir. Yeah. And I am very thankful to you watching this session. Yeah. That's all about it.
Okay. Amazing. So I have we have discussed so many things. Before we conclude, let me say we have really tried our level best to speak the way we want. We are expecting, all of you are expecting, and I know I have a huge fan base. They all demand videos from my side. This is why this was just a random session we have had, and I'm very happy. Gaurav, you have spoken very well, and Arun, I can understand the problem you are in, the kind of problem you are facing right now at this stage in your life, at this point of time in your life. I know you did your entire schooling in Hindi and you did everything possibly, but this decision of yours I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart, just because because students, most of the students of your age, they are not paying attention to these things. You all you have taken a step forward in order to achieve your target. That is really a big deal. It's a big deal for you, for us, for all of us. So thank you so much for making this platform a success and making this conversation a successful experience with us. Thank you so much for joining. Once again, I would say, my YouTube viewers and subscribers, please watch every single video that we are going to upload in the days to come on this channel, on this platform. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here with us. मिलते हैं नए वीडियो में नए कॉन्सेप्ट के साथ. तब तक के लिए आप सभी को अलविदा.